Good afternoon, everyone. Let us start by introducing our first. We are from Taipei Dongsan High School. I'm Derek, and this is my partner Thomas. Today we are going to introduce our research, challenge of energy and environment from past to future. Do you know that the largest iceberg in Antarctica has been breaking up since last month? This is a virtuous cycle. In order to generate power, people burn coal, which causes global warming. In the first slide, we can see that it is a thermal power plant. It has producing CO2 and also heat. According to research, Taiwan has been polluted over 90 million tons of carbon dioxide per year. For these examples, we must have self-consciousness to face the energy and use the energy correctly. This is our outline of the speech.
First, I'm going to introduce our school, Taipei Private Dongsan High School. Our school is a quite good school in Taipei, which is located in Laochun Village, Winshan District. And there are 4 buildings in our school, halfway up the mountain. Also, although we don't have any tracks in our school, we have 3 playgrounds on the back of our mountain. And also, many friendly students and supportive teachers help us study well. Next, the place our school is located in is Laochun Village, which is an agricultural village. Most of the residents here raises crops for a living. The old-time bamboo trees here are very high quality and outstanding. They get awards every year. Also, there is a field of daylilies on the leisure farm that attracts a lot of people every year to see it. Next, this is the most important and most convenient thing, but the most convenient facility in our school, which is the school bus. We have 94 school buses in our school, and they bring our students home and school day and night. They go through Taipei, New Taipei City, Keelung, and also to our students, it is very convenient. And some of the teachers take the school bus home too. Those provide us a lot of good resources, let us study. And also, there are 4 kinds of classes in our school: bilingual class, math and science class, computer class, and music class. Those give us a lot of resources to let us study and make a lot of things or items that other schools doesn't have. Next, I'm going to talk about our main resource of research. The first topic, what is energy? We use energy every day, and also we use like light bulbs, vehicles, or fridge every day. And there are 2 kinds of energy: renewable energy and non-renewable energy. For the renewable energy, it is all from the natural and it never runs out, which means that it doesn't have to heat with high temperature. For example, solar energy, wind energy, which use the turbine, and hydropower, which is using the water to generate power, biomass energy, and geothermal energy, which are not very common in Taiwan. And they both have some disadvantage, which means that it is something bad things, like it is under development, which means it's not advanced enough, and it is less productive than non-renewable energy. Let us move on to the next part, non-renewable energy. It is high productive and it costs low, but on the opposite side, it is bad for the environment, and also it discharges a lot of greenhouse gas, and it causes the cancer and global warming. And then there are 2 kinds of non-renewable energy, and one of them is nuclear energy, which is a controversial energy in Taiwan. And another one is thermal power, including burning coal, natural gas, and fossil fuels. But thermal power uses high heat to generate power. Next, I'm going to compare the usage rate of renewable energy and non-renewable energy in Taiwan in 2023. First, the renewable energy usage rate is much lower than non-renewable energy usage rate, which is a lot lower. And why do we use renewable energy less than non-renewable energy? It is because that renewable energy is a lot expensive than non-renewable energy. And the reason why you use coal the most is because, except for the nuclear energy, which is Taiwan government doesn't want to use, the coal is the cheapest.
After introducing what is energy, let me explain how affect the Earth in the past and present. This picture shows the 19th century to 21st century, the way people use energy. In the 19th century, after Industrial Revolution, steam engine became the most popular way to generate energy. In the mid of 20th century, people started using oil, gas, and coal, which is dramatically increased. In the 21st century, nuclear energy started, and it became a whole new investment in the world. It also affected the world a lot. Because people started using coal, and mining coal caused the water pollution. In the mid of the 20th century, people started using oil gas applying to the car and plants. In the 21st century, the high density of the carbon dioxide contributed to the global warming, and the serious pollution affected people's health. But the now AI world is coming. The energy demand will be higher, and the non-renewable energy cannot stop increasing. So how does energy affect the environment? After burning coal will discharge carbon dioxide and other chemicals. All of them is called pollutants. It will emit into the air, water, and soil, and these are contribute to the global warming. And these pollutants will create a circle of secondary damage, and all of the pollutants will return into the atmosphere.
Now, I'm going to talk about the energy and the environmental challenges we have to face now. First, the solar energy. The solar energy is the only energy that doesn't use a turbine, and it depends on the daylight and weather, which is not stable. And also, it needs a usable and large area to install. And the most important and serious disadvantage is that it is difficult to store the energy. Next, the wind energy. As you can see in this picture, wind turbines are mostly installed near the seaside, and it affects the wild seaside birds, so that the wild seaside bird will be killed or something like die when the wind turbine is working. Also, it causes noise problems, and it is only usable in a certain place has strong winds. And let me ask a question. Are you that brave to climb that high and repair those wind turbines? I think the answer might be not. They are too difficult to repair, and it is too dangerous to climb that high. Next, the hydropower. Most of the hydroelectric power plants are installed on the mountain, and it influences the creatures that in the water area. For example, they block the fish migration, and also they cause terrain changes inside the water under the river because of the water erosion. And the residents there must be moved out because the hydroelectric power plant building. Next, I'm going to talk about the controversial non-renewable energy, nuclear energy. The utilization of nuclear fuel rods is low, which is only 5%. But how about the 95% left? It's quite wasted, right? The 5% is only used in the nuclear fuel rods, but 95% gone. Imagine that you own a brand new iPhone, and it is fully powered, but you can only use 5% of it, and you have to throw it away. It is because that the current technology doesn't allow us to use full of the energy, and it becomes long-lived radioactive waste. And as you know, they come to the risk of the accident. There are many arguments about nuclear energy in Taiwan. For example, after the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan, so many Taiwanese people think that we should phase out the nuclear energy, and that is so dangerous. So Taiwanese government decided to phase out the nuclear energy. After the second reactor in Ihssc nuclear power plant was shut down in 2025, Taiwan doesn't have any nuclear power plants anymore. So it brings out some power shortage or electricity problems. These two pictures shows that there are two groups of Taiwanese people. One of them thinks that we should restart the nuclear energy, so power shortage might not happen so often, and there won't be some blackouts. And another group of them thinks that we should phase out nuclear energy, and it is too dangerous to use. Next, the thermal power. We use the high temperature heat to generate power by the thermal power plant. And it discharges a lot of water and air pollution. During the discharging, it increases the risk of cancer. The water pollution and air pollution increase the risk of cancer, and also it discharges a lot of greenhouse gas. Now, I'm going to summarize the whole information for you. First, let us look at the hydropower. The power generation efficiency of hydropower is 90%, which is high. And however, solar energy and wind energy are quite low. And the whole renewable energy are not able to generate power 24/7, which is the disadvantage of it. But however, now renewable energy is able to do it. All of the energy has some disadvantage. For example, battery recycling problem for solar energy, and wind energy has some noise problems and affects the wildbirds. Hydropower affects the river ecology, and thermal power affects the air and cause global warming. Also, nuclear energy has some nuclear waste and radioactive waste problems.
Any challenges is pretty thing that we have to face. So some of the government and the international organization has setting a goal to invite the nation to achieve it. The main goal, all of the main goal is to achieve net zero, like US, UK, China, Japan, Germany, all set the strategies to cut the carbon emissions and move to the renewable energy. Like China set the carbon neutrality by 2060, and UK, EU, and Japan set the carbon neutrality by 2050. All of the main goal is promoting the recycling, avoid waste, and save the environment. In the front, we talk about all of the energy challenges we have to face. So some of the scientists have invested in a whole new machine to generate power. That's pollution, that's waste. First, the latest nuclear power reactor, SMR, FMR. A normal reactor output is about 900 megawatt, but for SMR, it's only about 300 megawatt. So why do we have to make a small reactor? Because the small reactor, less output, it will emit less temperature. So the temperature isn't too high to reduce the risk of the explosion. And all of the machine can cool down by air. And on the other hand, the smaller size of SMR, it can be easily assembled in the factory. For these features, it is suitable to provide a community and a common park. And on the other hand, MMR is similar to the SMR, but MMR output is only about 20 megawatt, which is applied in an emergency situation at a hospital to provide temporary power. Another nuclear energy choice is MSR. This is based on the nuclear power, but the reactant changing into the liquid. There are two types of material, thorium and uranium. Thorium average content in the Earth is about 10.5 ppm. It is 3 times higher than the uranium. Thorium will decay to the uranium and easily react as a step. And this is the whole system of the MSR. And another material called MOS. It can capture the specific chemicals like carbon dioxide or gas. And it has a high surface area and high porosity, can store in tiny chemicals. And the best benefits of moss is the lightweight and usability can protect the earth.
Next, we just mentioned the thermal power produce a lot of air pollution. There is a solution of thermal power. It calls carbon capture and storage, which calls CCS. There are two ways to capture the carbon dioxide, which one is pre-combustion and the other one is post-combustion. First one, pre-combustion, capture the react before the thermal power plant, and another one, post-combustion, react after the thermal power plant, which calls the boiler. And let me talk about pre-combustion first. We mix coal and oxygen first to become syngas, and syngas contains hydrogen and CO, and they turn to hydrogen and CO2. And then hydrogen goes to the turbine to generate power, and CO2 goes to the compressor to do the carbon sequestration. And on the other side, post-combustion react after the boiler. After the boiler, there are two kinds of gas, steam and the exhaust gas. Steam goes to the turbine to generate power, and the exhaust gas are separated into two kinds of gas, N2 and carbon dioxide. N2 is going to discharge into the air, and carbon dioxide will go to the compressor and sequester. We only have one Earth, and we have to protect it. And also, as a student, we maybe cannot control those factories or reactor, so that we can make the environment clean, and also we can save the energy. At last, I do hope all of us can do our best to protect our own mother, the only one mother, the Earth. These are our photo sources. That's it for our presentation. Thank you for your time.